Today's video is going to be a bit different from my other videos, as rather than making a skit or some other type of video, I'm instead going to do a character analysis. In today's episode, I'm covering Neville, and I'm going to be discussing why I think Neville is the most underrated character in all of Thomas and Friends. So let's take a look at Neville. So here's Neville on the Thomas Wiki, and for his description it reads, Neville is a black square-shaped tender engine who lives on the island of Sodor in the Northwestern Railway. Neville first appeared in the season 9 episode Thomas and the New Engine in 2005, and last appeared in the season 12 episode Best Friends in 2008. For Neville's personality, it reads, Neville is a gentlemanly, highly enthusiastic, and kind, if a little naive. Neville never holds a grudge, but can be easily hurt by unkind comments or not being accepted by others who judge him up only by his appearance. Otherwise, he is a bubbly, ready to pull together, and happy to make new friends. Neville is based upon the Southern Railway Q1 class, number 33001. For his appearances, Neville has appeared in Season 9, Thomas and the New Engine, Season 11, Emily's Rubbish, and Season 12, Best Friends, as well as appearing in the music videos, these being Brave in Season 9, and There's Always Something New in Season 10. And he appeared in learning segments, Where Can Neville Find Salty, Sodor's New Places, Thomas's Favorite Friends, Neville and Dennis. So yeah, that's Neville's character. And I'm going to be doing an analysis on his debut episode, Thomas and the New Engine. So for the plot of Neville's debut episode, it's where Neville is a new engine on the island of Sodor who has arrived to help out with the work on the island, and in this episode, all the other engines believe that Neville is a bad engine after Thomas sees Neville talking to Ari and Bert. And because of this, Thomas then goes around spreading and because the rumor spreads that Neville is a bad engine, which spreads all the other engines, which causes all the other engines to turn on Neville and believe he's a bad engine. But ultimately, after Neville gets himself into an accident and Thomas saves him, all the other engines soon forgive Neville. So, and for Neville's very first story, Neville is very underutilized in his story, as Neville only has about 4 lines of dialogue in his debut episode. Like, I find it quite ironic that Neville, who's meant to be the new character in this episode, only gets 4 lines of dialogue. What a waste of a character. Thanks a lot, hit. And after Neville's debut episode, Neville pretty much doesn't do anything for the remainder of the series. He just makes background appearances. And after his appearance in the season 12 episode Best Friends in 2008, Neville just completely vanished off the face of the show. With no more appearances after that. It's honestly a shame that Hate Entertainment introduced all these amazing new characters, all these amazing, well, mostly amazing new characters during the time of the Hit Entertainment era, in which all these characters had so much potential for storytelling, but yet Hit Entertainment But then after their introduction episodes, Hit Entertainment just completely sidelines them in favor of focusing on the Steam team. Seriously, why couldn't Hit Entertainment have more variety in their and their stories by using the new characters as well as all the secondary characters. What? I mean, the classic series pulled this off perfectly. With having the season with having episodes be focused on both the main cast of characters and all the new secondary and supporting characters, whereas the hit era basically has no variety in terms of character. Basically, in the hit era, but if you're a character who's not a Steam team member, a narrow gauge, or a narrow gauge engine, you're basically getting zero time. You're basically getting no spotlight episodes at all. I just hate hit entertainment for. I absolutely hate hit entertainment for completely wasting away all their new characters. Like, why couldn't they use them at all in any stories? But and Neville's introduction episode, it isn't really that good. Like, why would all the engines well, like this episode is still is still pretty good, but and the plot of a rumor spreading across the island is handled better than in Thomas and the Rumors, but why would everybody believe that Neville's a bad engine? He's not. Anyways, I'm gonna fix Neville's character. So for Neville's debut episode, I would flesh out Neville's character more, give him more dialogue, give him more scenes, and give him more personality. And one major thing I would change about his debut episode is that I would have Molly replace Thomas's role in the episode, mainly to expand upon Molly's character and to give some more variety in the cast, because Molly was also another new character introduced in season 9. So having an already introduced character be paired up with another new character seems like a perfect idea. Now, as for Neville's character and how I would fix him, I would have Neville appear in more episodes and give him more spotlight roles, such as for Toby feels left out. I would replace Toby with Neville, mainly so that Toby is not out of character in this episode, and I feel like this episode could have worked better with with someone like Neville in his place, as Neville is a type of character who would believe that he would be that he would be put into a museum after overhearing something. And I feel like this plot would have worked better with Neville's character. I would also rewrite Thomas's new trucks and replace Thomas with Neville to give Neville some more character. And I would rewrite Henry's Lucky Day and replace Henry with, you guessed it, Neville. And also, credit to this rewritten version of Henry's Lucky Day, of Henry's Lucky Day by Alex Bartolo 510 from DeviantArt. This would have been a much better version of the actual episode. And I would have Neville appear in the CGI series, and I would get, and for Neville's voice in CGI series, if he appeared out, Neville will be voiced by William Hope in the US dub, and he'll be voiced by Stephen Kinman in the UK dub. If Stephen Kinman joined the show's voice cast earlier in 2009 rather than 2012. And I'd also give Neville some more spotlight episodes, and by the time Sunny gets introduced in season 24, I would give an episode pair up between both Neville and Sunny. I would also make more pair up episodes between both Molly and Neville to expand their dynamic, and I would also give Molly and Neville like a brother-sister dynamic, with Molly being the older sister and Neville being the younger brother. And so yeah, that's how I would fix Neville's character. In my opinion, Neville is such an underrated character, and I'm really hoping that one day that one day, if Neville returns to the series, Neville will finally be utilized to his fullest potential and become a relevant character again, because Neville's just so underrated, and plus he has a really cool looking design. The Southern Q1s are some of the best locomotives ever built, and it's such a shame that the character who is based on a Q1 got so underutilized in the show. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and see you later. Bye.